What is up, y'all? Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Whew. We are halfway through the week. How's everybody's week going? Get this squared away. Sounds like we got sound. So, all right, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. Sounds like we got sound. Yep, we're good. All right. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Hope everything is going smoothly for you. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a little tired. But I want to figure some things out today. Got a lot going on at the center. Got a lot of things coming up for the center. We're already getting ready for summer stuff. So we're going to get all of that stuff squared away. Let me just double check. I was checking my text messages. I'm kind of expecting a message to come in. So let's see. Where are we? Today is Wednesday, February 21st, 2024, and we are here live at the Alpha Esports and Technology Center. For those who don't know, Alpha Esports and Technology is located. I should put that in the bottom ticker. But Shannon, what's going on? Ty, what's going on? Yeah, we are live at the Alpha Esports Technology Center here in Suwanee, Georgia, located 1300 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, Suite 3109. As you can see, we got ourselves a different little setup here. Started messing around with some overlays and gonna try to give this I want to kind of give this stream its own feel as opposed to what I'm doing with my other channel, Alpha Cybersecurity, since we'll have some stuff coming up with them with that channel very soon. So for those who can you see? I could put the chat in here too. Okay, I might just do that too, so y'all can see the chat. But for those who want to support the stream, if you go right here, right there, there's a little QR code. You can support the stream by buying me a coffee. I don't know if y'all can see. I'm a little exhausted, but like I said, we did a lot. I mean, it's Wednesday, and Monday. Even with Monday being a holiday, it feels like it's a Thursday or a Friday. We've been running all over. We're doing, as you know, we do stuff in the community. So we do our local Fall Guys events that we have in the community. I'm trying to find a good game to stream right now while we're here. But yeah, like I said, we do our Fall Guys stream for our young kids, and then I actually had the honor and the privilege to speak at a local college here as I'm on their advisory board. But I got to speak to their group, their esports group, and talk to them just about some of the advantages that they have that, quite frankly, we didn't really have growing up. If there were tech and esports clubs like that when I was looking at high school or looking at college a long time ago, maybe things would have turned out a little bit differently for me. I'm not complaining. I'm grateful for the path that I took, even with the bumps in the road to this day. I think that has definitely played a very big role in my journey. I don't think if my journey was any different, I probably wouldn't be here trying to help other people perfect their craft and help them in their journey. So I'm grateful. Yeah, Shannon. Coach Joe will be here tomorrow. So that's our other Overwatch coach. So he will be here tomorrow. But yeah, so got to talk to them, and then I actually gave a cybersecurity related talk with Best Link Strategies last night, as a matter of fact. And shout out to Ms. Lena Fuller and the team over at Best Link Strategies for having me. We got to talk about, again, my career journey into tech and cybersecurity, and as well as my career as a penetration tester. And I think that was super helpful because, again, it allowed me to talk about what we talk about here at Alpha Esports and Technology, and that's learning different paths to career in tech using things that we already have, especially with our younger folks or even with our gamers. So we talk about the transferable skills. We talk about honing in on those skills. We talk about finding your path. We talk about certifications, because I am a big believer in getting certifications, but I am a little bit different in the sense that I don't believe in just getting any certification. I talk about getting the certifications that you need, getting the certifications that you want to get, that will help you on your path, because I feel like that will keep you on your journey a lot longer, rather than if you get your certifications just for the sake of getting a job or whatever, right? If you're not actually interested in it, you're not going to really put in that time to invest that time. So anyway, Shannon, tomorrow, let me get back to you. Actually, let me double check. Let me check with Coach first and see what the plan is. So sit tight. I'll let you know tomorrow, or I'll let you know later tonight. Okay. Yeah, I gotta double check that. I just remembered something. I'm not gonna say it on stream, but yeah, I'll double check. All right. So for those who are watching, we are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch. We are live on Facebook. We are live on, I think we're live on my personal LinkedIn channel, because I wanted to test that out as well. And we're also live on Trovo. So we're trying out different streaming platforms and trying to see, what works, what doesn't work, and what we can use to help better out the stream and get more of an audience. So anyway, so like I said, so the title of today's stream is trying to figure stuff out. I was gonna say figuring out, but I don't want my kids, and I'm not just talking about my own kids, but I'm talking about the kids at my esports center who might be watching the stream. I don't want them thinking that it's okay. Shmo, I see a Kick. Yeah, I'm gonna check out Kick as well. I'm trying to go down the list and look at some of them and weigh the pros and cons and stuff like that. So this actually will bring up a good conversation, since we're talking about figuring stuff out. For those of you who are streamers, whether you're streaming on Twitch, whether you're streaming on YouTube, if you're streaming on Facebook, if you're streaming on TikTok, streaming on Kick, let me know in the comments what you think as far as some of the benefits or the pros and cons of each, right? For me, I like YouTube. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because that's where I started my initial streaming journey with InfoSec Unplugged, my other show on my other channel. And that picked up a lot faster than my Twitch stream. I feel like Twitch is very wishy-washy these days as far as the consistency and the audience. I have not tried Kick just yet. Obviously, especially if I'm dealing with a younger crowd, I'm not sure how I would handle that with Kick. But I talked to some reps over the holiday season when they were at DreamHack, and I was really impressed with what they had to say. So Kick is on the list. I just haven't set anything up yet. But again, if you're in the chat and you do stream, let me know where you prefer to stream and why. I think that's something that we should be adding to the figuring stuff out, right? So Shmo, you seem like you were team Kick. So let me know what you like about Kick versus our other platforms. So while we're doing that, Oh, okay, you have no experience, but the Madden folks hype it up. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna again. That's why we're figuring stuff out, right? So we're gonna add that to the list of things that we need to figure out. Um, for me, like I said, I want to figure out how better to help you, right? Help me help you. So anybody who's watching the stream, if you are in the area, or even if you are interested in joining us with some of our virtual stuff we have in the future, let me know in the comments what you're interested in, what you would want to learn, and how we could probably better present that to you. For those who don't know, like I said, we're not only doing gaming, we're also doing tech and STEM and cybersecurity classes and workshops. I've spoken to a few people already, and I know they want to see more stuff um, on the professional development standpoint. So in terms of hold on, in terms of certifications and stuff like that, and I've received that feedback. I appreciate that feedback, and I will say it's on the way. I can't announce anything just fully. I can't announce anything fully yet because I don't believe in, counting my eggs before they hatch. But I'm working on it. So so yeah. So like I said, so I hear you. I'm working on it. But we'll see what's going on. Ty says today was good. Waiting for Friday. Put in for a few. Okay. Well, look. You know what? That's great. I think it's smart to do that and not make any rash decisions just yet. Um, Even though I know, and this may sound a little controversial, but whatever. Um, Even though they're saying jobs reports and this, that, and the third, and the economy's looking good, the jobs job people looking at jobs and stuff like that are still kind of struggling. Um, the funny thing that I heard, well, I'm not, it's not funny, but the interesting thing that I heard today is the problem that I'm having is that I am overqualified. So I think and not even that I think I know for those who talk to me on Twitter or on Discord already know some of the things that some of my feelings that I've expressed about that. But I think right now with a lot of the layoffs that they're doing. Yes, some of it might be necessary. Some of it may be because of AI or whatever, but some of it is also just pure greed, and they want to cut back on the pay, and they're telling people that they're overqualified because they don't want to pay what these people are worth. And unfortunately for them, I'm not looking to sacrifice years of working my behind off to get to the salary points that I've made just to take a pay cut just to make just so your bottom line can look good. um, I'm willing to negotiate. Hey, heck, I'll take a pay cut if you what's going on, Napalm. I'll take a pay cut if you let me work less hours, right? So hey, you want me to take less pay, let me work 4 days a week. But anyway, that's not why we're here. We're figuring stuff out today. I don't want to go on too much of a rant. So that's for a different day on a different channel. So Napalm, what's going on? We are figuring stuff out today. So we were just talking about streaming, talking about what preferences people have in streaming, what platforms. So if you stream or if you watch streams, let me know where you watch streams right now. I know you're watching me on Twitch. Thank you for the support. But let me know if you like other platforms. So like right now, we are streaming on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo, which is a new platform, a fairly new platform as opposed to everybody else. Just trying to see what some of the pros and cons and the benefits are to some than others. And then Schmo was talking about Kick, where a lot of people who he knows or watches that plays Madden, they're on Kick. So let me know, what streaming platforms you prefer, and where you would like to see more of us, because again we are ramping up a lot of stuff coming up. We got a lot of streams coming down the pipeline, and I want to make sure that we are reaching as many people as possible. So let me know where you watch the most of your stuff, and let's see if we can get there. So, all right. So while we're figuring stuff out, another thing that I want to figure out is I want to figure out exactly how to get started with Fortnite Creative, right? I shouldn't say get started. I really want to know, how to get the best out of Fortnite Creative. So, for those who haven't seen it yet, and I'm going to put it up so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So, because that will lead into why we're talking about, figuring stuff out. Um, let's go ahead and bring up Polygon. No, I don't want to bring up Polygon. Here we go. Let's do this one. All right. So, studying for the Pen Test Plus. Now, I hear you. Go for it, man. You got to do what you got to do. All right. So, we're just gonna share this screen real quick. So, and I'm gonna get the chat out of the overlay, so that looks a little bit better over there. And I'm gonna move myself down here. There we go. That looks good. All right. So, Disney is investing $1.5 billion. For those who don't know already, but Disney is investing $1.5 billion into Fortnite to basically create exclusive content for Disney. Essentially, they're going to build out their own parks or their own themed islands in Fortnite. So we're talking Marvel. Remember, they own Marvel. They own, they own a lot of different titles. They own Star Wars. They have all their Pixar stuff. They have a lot going on, and they're investing 1.5 million. What's going on, Charles? What's going on, sir? We are figuring stuff out today. So I see you watching on YouTube. Appreciate it. So what we're trying to figure out today is we're trying to figure out, how we can better serve the people. And so let me know where you like to watch your streams, and if we can figure out how to get there. We'll figure that out. So right now we are streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, which is a new one, Facebook, and I'm even on my personal LinkedIn channel. And someone recommended Kick, so I'm just trying to see if folks can give their pros and cons based on what they see. I hope y'all like the new little setup. Hold on, let me stop sharing my screen for a second and come back here. Nope, that's me. That's I want to bring me back up here. And whatever. As you can see, we got the little overlay going on here. And if you want to support the stream, you see that QR code on the in the corner. That's so you can go to buy me a coffee, because no, seriously. But it helps support the stream. It helps support the center. And it helps what we're doing with our mission of trying to bring tech and cybersecurity education through gaming, and making it accessible to as many people as possible. So Charles, I see he says he lives on YouTube, and I know I live on YouTube too. I was saying I might be a little biased because that's where my Alpha Cybersecurity channel and InfoSec Unplugged kind of did very well. All right, so back to speaking of which, Charles, it's funny. I went on a mini rant just a second ago, talking about how I heard today that part of my problem, or part of the issue with finding new work, is that some people are overqualified now because of all the years of experience and hard work that they were telling people to do. Now people are overqualified, and that's why they can't get jobs, because they're overqualified. But that's a rant for another day. All right. So anyway, Disney investing 1.5 billion into Fortnite. Now, what does that mean? That means, for lack of a better word, that means that essentially, to all of us who've had parents telling us that video games aren't any good for us, have now been proven to be misinformed, I should say. Um, and let me explain that. And actually, I'm gonna bring it back on screen. Let's let's break it all down. Disney is the largest, if not no, one of the largest, if not the largest media conglomerate in the world, right? Don't believe me? Hold on. Here we go. I just want to bring this up, and I'm not going to jump into any of the, conspiracy things like that, because again, that's another rabbit hole for another day, or maybe even on another channel. But I'm going to see if I can bring up the image. And I like how they did this one. They did this one in the in the design of Mickey Mouse. So let's see. We'll share this here. All right. So here is every company that is owned by Disney. Right. So up here, if you come here, you see this is Marvel. This is all Marvel related. So they have the toys, television, they have their properties and stuff like that. They have their development holdings. But now let's get into Marvel Studios. So they have Marvel Music. Marvel has their own music label, right? They have their film productions. They have their development production. They have Asgard Productions. They have their Marvel, again, another production company. They have a financing. They have, right? So let's just try to stick to the media side. They have music, and then we also know, they have the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but they also have their animation. They have their toys. They have their TV shows, their music, their movies. And let's not forget the comic books. Okay, so now let's back out, and now let's look over here. Now over here to the right, remember when they bought back most of their licensing from, with the X-Men and stuff like that, they bought a bunch of Fox. So they also own Fox. So now 20th Century Fox. So what does that mean? Every major title that was owned by 20th Century Fox. Not only that, they also own The Simpsons. They own Family Guy. They own they own a lot of TV shows, right? They're just on different channels. You just wouldn't know. They also own FX. So all the shows that were on FX. So what are we thinking about? Sons of Anarchy. We're thinking Breaking Bad was AMC. But they own that. They also own Fox Sports. They own the Yes Network, so they own the media rights to the New York Yankees and the New York Rangers and stuff like that. Or is the New York Rangers? No, New York Rangers is still with MSG, the MSG network. But now they have all of that, right? They also own Sky UK. They own National Geographic. They own Hulu. So all the stuff that you see on Hulu, they have Disney has their own music group. They also have Star Wars, so LucasArts, Lucasfilms, all of that. So they have that. They have Pixar, Touchstone. Let's scroll over here a little bit. Now these are just their parks, right? But they also own A&E, History Channel, Vice, Crime and Investigation, ABC, ESPN. So anyway, my point is, they own all of this, and and then we're not even talking about some of the little stuff they own over here on the sides, but they own all of this. And now going back to this article, all of that now can go into Fortnite, right? We've already seen Star Wars characters in Fortnite. We've already seen Star Wars. We've already seen Marvel. This past season of Fortnite, we had Family Guy. Now you see the Ninja Turtles. I don't think Disney owns the Ninja Turtles, but you see this. But now they can do Disney themed stuff. $1.5 billion is nothing is nothing to sneeze at. So how are they going to do that? Right? They're going to do that. Oh, I'm sorry. They're talking about. Oh, they're talking about here. They previously collaborated with Marvel, Star Wars, A Nightmare Before Christmas, Tron, and they put all of that in Fortnite. How they're going to do that is by using Fortnite Creative. Now, what Fortnite Creative is, just bring this over here. And yes, appreciate it, Charles. Yes, for the, if anybody wherever you're watching, please like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is. Show that support. All right, so Fortnite Creative. Fortnite Creative is essentially where you can develop your own islands, your own games, and things that you want in Fortnite. So you're using the Unreal Engine, which is what powers Fortnite, with what the same engine that Fortnite was made with, and you're creating essentially your own video game. You're creating your own world in Fortnite. And what Epic did that was so brilliant is they made it accessible to everybody who plays Fortnite, and they also added the where you can add your creator code to it, so that if your island or your game becomes super popular, you can actually get paid. Now think about that. Fortnite's willing to give you money for putting your game that on using their engine on their game to create a game on their platform. So essentially Fortnite still, or Epic Games still owns the overall rights to all of these games, and they're essentially just kind of giving you a royalty for how many games, for how many people play your game, right? So let's see, we'll just Google how do I want to do that? Most money made from Fortnite creative game. That was Reddit. Let's see. So according to Sportskeeda, Fortnite creative creators have made accumulated all in total $120 million. So that means Epic Games has paid out over $120 million to their creative through their revenue sharing model in Fortnite, using the Unreal Engine for Fortnite. So you have people who are making, pretty decent money, right? I know a few people who have made, 3 or 4 different games, and because they're doing so well, not that they're making enough to, to live their life completely off of Fortnite, but they're making enough money that's a decent it's another stream, right? And as long as your game is popular and you know how to promote it, just like anything else, you can continue to have people playing your game and being on that platform. And Epic doesn't care, because now Epic's numbers get boosted every single time they do it. So I'm sorry, I was just watching this, watching one of the Georgia high schools. They're streaming their Smash Brothers match. But let's go back to the article. So what does that mean for us? What does that mean for me? What does that mean for Alpha Esports and Technology? That means I'm here trying to figure it out, because I think that's a great way for some of our kids to learn of the basics of game design. It's a good thing. It's a great workshop for them to be able to do and learn about. And again, for some of our really creative kids, it might be, or even adults, it might be a way to earn a little bit of cash, So we're going to figure that out. And there's something else. There's another reason why I'm doing that, but I don't want to talk about it just yet, because if someone figures something out before I do, I don't need them stealing my idea. So we're going to be trying to figure out some stuff and making some islands. So when you see that come up, please support it. If you play Fortnite, I'll share the creator code, hop on there, tell me what you think. And then when we're ready to announce what we are doing with Fortnite Creative and Fortnite as a whole. I think I think you'll remember this day and say that's why they were trying to figure it out. Let's see. Question. So, someone says, "What would a gaming laptop be exceptional for pen testing?" Um, yes. Short answer, yes. Long answer is, what do you need it for? Right. For one, gaming laptops are super expensive. You could probably find a gaming desktop that is cheaper than a gaming laptop. I have a gaming laptop. Um, but I also do a lot of running around and gaming on it. I actually use it more for gaming than I've done it for pen testing. Um, Only time I would say investing in a high end gaming laptop or machine is if you really plan on doing some heavy password cracking and stuff like that. With it because with the graphics cards, that's what they're using for that's what some people use for brute force attacks. However, with the cloud, you really don't need to do that anymore. A lot of people just spin up instance cloud with whatever resources they need and use that um, for their password cracking or their brute forcing and attacks. Um, I think honestly, just repurpose a laptop that you already have. Maybe beef up the RAM in there. So if you had what if you whatever RAM you have in there, maybe add another 4 gigs. So if you have 8, add 12. If you have 12, add 16. Um, so beef up the RAM. Maybe get a bigger hard drive if you plan on doing anything like a dual boot or just doing a clean boot. You don't need a you don't need to do you don't need a brand new gaming laptop for it. If you have an old gaming laptop and you want to repurpose it, then fine. But don't spend $2,000 on a gaming laptop that you're hardly ever going to use. 9 times out of 10, if you get a pen testing job anyway, they're probably going to give you your own. They're probably going to give you a laptop, so you're not gonna use it. So don't waste your money. Save your money and buy a few parts for whatever you do have, or find an old Lenovo. Charles, what is it called? Find an old Lenovo ThinkPad. Get a good battery on it. Make sure that it can hold a charge. Like I said, beef up the RAM. Throw a hard drive in there if it can take SSD. Put a solid state drive in there and just rock out with that. I mean, shoot, I still have an old Toshiba laptop that's about this big that I use to this day, and every so often I just refresh it with a new instance of with a new image of Kali or Parrot. All right, so let's see, y'all still rocking with me? Y'all still here? Okay, we do still have some people here on YouTube and Instagram. Not Instagram, YouTube and Twitch. Jeez, I am exhausted, y'all. All right, so we're gonna try to figure out how to do Fortnite Creative, right? So let's start with. Oh man, they have an hour tutorial. I'm gonna go. We gonna figure this out together. We gonna figure this out together. So we'll share this and we'll just go here. Man, I saw this game. I'm gonna show it. I saw the trailer for this game during the Game Awards, and that was dope. What's going on, L Style? All right, so let's just play this real.
Hyundai Tucson versus Chevy Equinox. Look what Tucson has.
So L Style, we are figuring stuff out today. 2.0. We were talking about streaming earlier, so if you want to leave it in the comment, let us know where you like to watch your streams. As we're looking to get into more streaming and content creation, I actually have a streaming and content creation class that I'll be teaching very soon to our gamers and our esports kids, so that they can kind of build their own brand in their gaming careers. But where do you watch your streams, right? Are you a Twitch person, YouTube person? Are you on Kick? We're streaming on a platform called Trovo. I'm not 100% sure how Trovo works just yet, but I just want to kind of see it and compare and contrast, algorithms and analytics and stuff to those. Like I said, we'll probably explore Kick. Let me rephrase that. I might explore Kick. I might tell some of my older gamers to explore Kick. Trying to, like I said, I had a great conversation with them over the holiday during DreamHack in Atlanta. But I want to make sure, again, not only are we teaching gaming and tech, we're also a safe space. So, that's just my opinion from what I've seen. I just don't know if I would recommend Kick to, my younger crowd. So, L Style, whatever, put in the comment where you like to stream, or where you like to stream, or where you like to watch your streams. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna play this. I'm gonna bring the music down a little bit. We were talking about figuring out Fortnite creative. We were talking about how I'll show right here how Disney. Last week they announced that Disney invested $1.5 billion into Fortnite, and I was explaining that they're going to make back their money in this investment. They're probably going to double or even triple their investment, but they're going to use that doing the same thing that Epic Games has made public to everybody, with using their Unreal Engine for Fortnite to build Fortnite creative maps, their own Fortnite islands, even their own Fortnite games. And Disney is going to have a massive part in that with all of the licenses and products that they own. You can have a National Geographic Fortnite thing because Disney owns it. You can have Pixar, so Toy Story and all of them. Disney owns it. Star Wars, Marvel, Disney's already done that. Family Guy, you've already seen him in there. The Simpsons, Disney owns all of that. So, okay, so you said you're new to this. I recently seen an interview I did recently. Oh man, I appreciate the support. Let me guess, it was the Bees interview, right? I'm not trying to be funny. I've done a lot of interviews in the last month, between Afrotech, between NPR. So Afrotech, NPR. I did the interview with Bees. I did an interview for a local magazine here. So in like the last 2-3 months, I've probably done about 6 or 7 different interviews. But like I said, I know the Bees interview really took off. Shout out to Bees. I appreciate them. I appreciate her coming up and chopping it up. The funny part is I think y'all saw it in the interview. I remember when no one really knew what Bees looked like, but Bees would, drop her gems on Twitter. And I remember this is when I was really going heavy with InfoSec Unplugged. And I was like, I gotta have Bees on here. And I reached out and, she was gracious. She was like, yeah, let's do it. And she was a part of it was like a 10-person panel episode. So I had her, I had Deirdre J. Footman from CCIE by 30. I had John Brett from Cyber Insight. I had Henry Davis from Textual Chatter. I had Mary Galloway, the CEO of Women's Society of Cyberjutsu. I had Tanisha Martin, the CEO of Black Girls Hack. I had so many people in that episode. It was a really good episode. So I had Tech Stocks and Jobs, the host there, Tamika. So actually, I'm gonna see if I can put that one in the chat, just because again, I think that was a really good interview. And then to see going from there, and then Bees blowing up the way she did. I mean, it's well deserved. It is most definitely well deserved. She put in a lot of work. Behind the scenes, she put in a lot of work building up her social media following. I mean, I was kind of sitting back just watching in awe how she built up her YouTube channel, not her YouTube, her TikTok channel in like less than a year. So here's the InfoSec Unplugged episode that we did with we called it chasing the bag. So yeah, okay, so I appreciate you. Yeah, like I said, you know, again, it makes no sense to have the information and not share it, right? You want to help lift people up while you're you want to help build people up while you're going. So you know, I appreciate it. Any way I can help, I plan on. There's a lot more where that came from. So appreciate you following here. Continue to support, and yeah, like I said, I'll be able to help wherever I can. All right. Let's go ahead and see if we can figure some of this out.
Do you want to start to make content on Creative 2.0? You can create unique animations, import almost any asset you can imagine, and do things you would never even recognize it came from Fortnite. Okay, before we get started, there are a few things you need to know. First off,
shout out.
support a
I just
creator
want to
button.
put in here. We're not. I don't want to get flagged for anything. We are using. What is it? I forgot. I'm going to give credit to where credit is due. Shout out to Pro Guides, Fortnite tips, tricks, and guides. We're going with the fair use. So you might hear me talk over a couple things here and there because, again, YouTube, Twitch, they can get real funny with, you know, watching other people's videos. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. All right.
Is no longer necessary. Instead, you'll receive earnings every time someone plays your map. Also, you can become a creator too, as long as you're 18 or older, not banned, and being a creator button is no longer necessary. Instead, you'll receive earnings every time someone plays your map. Also, you can become a creator too, as long as you're 18 or older, not banned, and being a creator is not prohibited by law wherever you live. So, now, let's create. Go to Epic Store and find the Unreal Editor in Fortnite.
Okay, so that's gonna suck for a few of my gamers who aren't 18, but we can still create. You just can't be a creator. Maybe we could work something out with your parents where your parents can create the account, and now this way, if you do anything, your parents can get it, and you can still make your you know, get what's right.
You'll need to download this. Once you're done, you'll be able to open it and you will see all of your projects. If you've used Creative before, then there are a few familiar things. For example, you'll have your island templates, which are great pieces to get started. If you want to start from scratch, though, go to Blank Project and you'll be dropped into a map with nothing on it. So here's an essential trick you'll need to know right away. You can press the Launch Session button and it'll open up your map in Fortnite so you can play test it and get a good feel for what you've added. You can swap between edit mode and play mode as much as you want, so don't worry about having to exit Creative 2.0 during the middle of your project. If you want to move around your island on edit mode, hold down the right click to do so. You can also speed up the process if you have a scroll wheel. Now, you should be able to view your map from any angle, which will be great for when you start adding stuff in. Need a boost in your competitive streak? Then you might need a little training from Pro Guides.
All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and get
Pro.
that.
So now, let's get to some of the good stuff, shall we?
But I would say their guides are pretty good. Check them out if you do want to, you know, work on improving on Fortnite. Again, trying to show some support and give flowers. So we are watching Pro Guides, Fortnite tips, tricks, and guides. Their Creative 2.0 Ultimate Guide for Beginners. Please, I'm not doing anything negative. Fair use. Don't come after me.
Now we're going to teach you how to get into your content drawer, find the assets you need to make your new map, and even import some custom content that'll make your map go crazy. If you go to your bottom left, you'll see a tab called Content Drawer. This is where everything from models to meshes and even environments are stored. It can be intimidating to see all these files crammed in there, but don't worry, we can make it a little bit less scary. First off, take some time to go through all the tabs and see for yourself what each one contains. Pick an asset and you can add it directly to your map by dragging and dropping it. Simple. And if you're looking for something a bit more specific, you can type in what you're looking for in the search bar. Table, chair, walls, you name it, and it'll find everything related and show it to you. Of course, this will only show you what's already programmed into Creative 2.0. Instead, let's start going beyond that boundary. So one of the coolest new features in Creative 2.0 is being able to import almost any asset you want. We've already got players adding in Shrek, Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, and even taking steps towards adding Family Guy into Fortnite before Epic does it themselves. Now, there are many ways to import assets, so here are a few you should check out. One of the easiest ways to do this is to download pre-made assets. You can go on sites like Sketchfab, which has countless 3D models ready for use. Just make sure the files you choose to download are in an FBX file. Now, this is a word you'll have to remember, so hold on to it. Once you've downloaded the character or asset you want to bring into the game, you can start getting it ready to import. Once you're done importing the file, the option to add and drag the asset into the map will become available. If done correctly, you'll have a brand new character in Fortnite, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. You can customize them, animate them, and more, but we'll touch upon some of that in just a bit. Now for the question of the day. You ready for this? What are you most interested in learning to build now that Creative 2.0 is out? Do you have that dream game mode? Let us know in the comment section down below. Okay, so something you might have noticed is that your assets come out white. Don't worry, you didn't do anything wrong. You can use a variety of different textures to completely customize your new prop. You can use the default textures, or if you want, you can select from any of the other characters or objects for some really funky combinations. However, you can also add your own textures. So say you put up a wall, which is pretty simple to see. You can change it from a brick to concrete, maybe wood, or if you want, you can go completely left field with it. Find an image that you like online and download it. Then you can import the file as a texture, and it should appear in your meshes folder. And it's as simple as drag and drop. And you're all set. You can also do this with different shaped objects, including characters, objects, buildings, and so much more. Everything is customizable. So if you look close to your project title, you're going to notice a little tab that says Selection Mode. If you drop this down, you'll find new options such as landscape, modeling, and animation. Let's take a look at landscaping, since this is another essential skill you'll need when making any map. Clicking on landscaping, you can edit the terrain to your liking. Now, this is so much easier now than it was before. It's just like using a paintbrush, and you can make mountains or you can create massive pits. You can also play around with the layers, so if you want mud, just select muds on the paints and start editing the terrain with a simple click and drag. If you want gravel, same thing. The entire map is your canvas and you are the artist. Don't forget to switch to play mode so you can experience what you've made so far. Keep in mind, the more changes you make to the island, the longer it'll take to load up in play mode. Don't worry, once it updates your changes, you're good to go. So let's talk a little bit about animations, because I'll tell you what, that fantasy realm from the presentation really did take it to a whole new level. Animation is difficult, but with enough practice, you can learn to do it yourself. But if you want something you can use right away, you can try visiting a site like Mixamo, which has plenty of pre-made animations you can import into Fortnite. What you're going to want to do is fetch a 3D model from Sketchfab, just like before, and download the model to your computer. Make sure you have FBX files for an easier time of doing this. Upload the character file to Mixamo, and if done correctly, it'll open up in auto rigger. From here, just follow the instructions so the system aligns the animations with the body parts of the model. Once you're done, you can have your 3D model perform any of the available animations from dancing, posing, and movements. Click on the animation you want to pair with your model and hit download. And now you can choose the file type you want to download it as. Change the skin settings to without skins, and you can change the FPS of the animations as well. Once you're done downloading, also make sure to get a basic version with a T-pose. This will become your default. Now go back to Creative 2.0 and import them both into the project content. The animated version of the 3D model will require a skeleton, and this is why you need the default model to use for this. If everything goes well, you'll now be able to drag and drop animated models into the map. And if it doesn't work, try again, but keep in mind that with computers and programming, even the slightest digit error can create a setback. But hey, that's game design. So say that you want to make your map a little bit more dynamic. Hey, you maybe want the camera that pans up to your character, or perhaps you flip a switch and you want to show the player what that switch unlocked. Go to the leftmost part of the creative screen and you'll see a variety of buttons. Look for the one that's shaped like a director's thing. Click on it and you'll see two tabs: the camera shake source actor and the cinema camera actor. Drag and drop the cinema camera actor onto the map and you can place it wherever you want. Also, don't forget to rename it in case you plan to use it multiple times, and you can keep track of all of them. Now, right-click Cinematics and select Level Sequence. This will create a level sequence that will be added to the content browser at the bottom of your screen. Double click on it and you'll get a timeline. Now, if you've ever done an animation project, then this might seem a bit familiar, but for those who don't, here's a basic rundown. This timeline keeps track of your sequence. The red line on the chart represents when the sequence will end. So keep track of the timeline to just see how long you want it to be. Now, you want to add an actor, and this will be the camera we dragged in. To do this, you're going to want to hit that little green track button and select Actor to Sequencer. Use the Choose Actor bar to type in the name of your cinema camera actor, and it should pop up. Select it, and boom. You should now be seeing whatever the camera is currently picking up. Now move the camera to where you want the sequence to start. Now, let's get that camera moving.
All right, so we can finish watching that later. But yeah, like I said, that's gonna be interesting. And again, I like the fact that again it's showing, even though they kind of made it, they simplified it to a certain extent using the Fortnite Creative. There's still a lot of elements of game design in there. I think this could be a great starting point for people who want to learn about game design. And then once they're interested in this, it's almost like, and I don't want to say it in a way that's going to diminish what Epic or Fortnite or the Unreal Engine is doing, but I feel like this could be the baseline, the introductory course into game design, right? So think about it in a sense like how some people look at, Scratch programming as like the beginner's path to teaching young people how to code. I think something like this is you could use something like this to be like the beginner's path to teach them about game design. And then as they want to get into more game design, now you start teaching them about, using Unreal Engine or Unity and stuff like that. And again, for what we are planning to do, I think it's going to be very helpful, especially as more colleges. Oh, geez, I was like, what was that? As more colleges are getting into esports and game development and stuff like that, there's definitely going to be a lot more opportunities for people to find that entry path that they're looking for. Whether it's tech, or they take it from there and then determine that maybe I want to learn how to. Not only do I want to learn how to build the game, I want to build the game and keep it secure, and stuff like that. So, all right, so again, that was a great video. Shout out to the Pro Guide for making that video on Fortnite Creative. Again, just to recap, Disney making that $1.5 billion investment is going to be a game changer. And I feel like, that should be, people were already on it anyway, but that should definitely open up people's eyes as to, what you can do in Fortnite, or what you can do with gaming. So, like I said, unfortunately, the parents and generations before us were a tad bit misinformed. This is another example of how gaming can actually be useful and can help, get people a career. And again, they're doing something that they already love, and that's that's major. You hear people all the time talking about if you do what you love, then it's not really work, right? And there is some truth to that. I still feel like work is work, even if you do love your job. There's still a work element. Like I love being a hacker. I love being a pen tester. I love the challenges that come with being a pen tester or having that hacker mentality. affords me. But it is work. It is work having to do that research. It is work having. Hey, I just noticed something. Yeah, there we go. Go back to my little cool layout. Yeah, it is work having to figure that out. It is work having to learn new techniques. It is work having to study and certify and recertify and recertify. Um, when you to keep your career where you need it to be, even though they're telling people now that they're overqualified. So it is work, but again, it makes it fun when it's something that you really and truly want to do. So people want to do Fortnite. People want to do Fortnite creative or play Fortnite creative. Pause. I don't want to say do Fortnite, but people want to play Fortnite and play Fortnite creative. And Epic is giving them an opportunity to make money doing it. So why not? Why not do it? Right? People are going to spend hours doing it anyway. So let them do it. All right, so let's go. I'm going to go in here real quick, and I'm just going to bring up Fortnite and just kind of show, for those who don't already know. I know we have a room full of techies and gamers in here watching, but for those who who don't know, these are games that people have made. So not this one, but yeah, these are all games that people have made. If Epic made it, you'll see that it's here with the Epic Games logo in the top left corner, right? But so they made, obviously, Fortnite. They made Zero Build. They own Rocket Racing, Festival, like Lego Fortnite, Rank Mode. But then you have all of these down here, right? 52,000 people are playing this crazy red versus blue game right here. 46,500 people are playing the Pit. So 46,500 are playing the Pit, right? Go Goated, 64, almost 40 or 40,000 right here for Peace Control. Almost 20,000, right? The Forest. This is a horror game. 4,000, right? This looks like a builder game. BHE, right? Then you have Bed Wars. 641 are currently playing. Diamond, 4,000. Super Red versus Blue, 19. Mega World, right? You have all these games. Let's see, most engaging, right? I just want to see this. Like, I mean, look at some of the stuff that some people are making, right? Here, let's view the creator. I mean, they and look how many games they've made. They have Skybox, where 841 people are currently playing. They have the Valhalla boss fight that 3.2 so 3,200 people are playing. They have a search and destroy map in Fortnite. They made a zombie world game that they have 40 people, right? They have another Space Wars 25 versus 25, right? These are now 71 here. 112 here, 19 here, 84 here, right? And yes, you see some that are whatever, right? They might be new or whatever the case may be, but imagine if someone makes a bunch of games and they're all going, right? And that's the goal, is to make games that are so popular that either A, more people are going to come to it, or you have such a such a reputation from your games that people are just going to go and check out the game regardless of what it is. And as long as you do your part to continue to make it engaging, people will stick around and continue to play it. Let's see. I mean, look at this. They have a supermarket prop game. They have a murder mystery game. I mean, people are making games in just about anything, and now you're talking about Disney is going to invest $1.5 billion over the course of I don't know how many years or whatever in Fortnite. So with an investment like that, it is going to open up the floodgates of creativity, because of course you're going to have Epic Games who's going to want to make sure that that their investors are happy. So they're going to constantly be working and tweaking things behind the scenes to make Disney continue to make Disney happy, so that they continue through with their 1.5 billion investment. And then also, when it comes time to renegotiate, they can renegotiate for more money, or they can bring in another company, another mega conglomerate company, who may want to also invest in something like that. So Epic Games is going to work hard behind the scenes to make sure that they have all the bells belling and all the whistles whistling. So so that's going to be an opportunity for so many creators to be even more creative, because it doesn't make any sense for them to open it up for Disney and not open it up for the creators who made it possible for Disney to say, we want a piece of that in the first place. So again, even if you're not super into gaming, this is still this is still going to be a perfect opportunity to get someone into game design or to learn about it. And I'm telling you, Fortnite isn't allowed in school, a lot of schools right now, because of Fortnite being deemed a shooter or whatever. But I guarantee you, between creative mode, rocket racing, and festival, and Lego Fortnite, let's not forget about Lego Fortnite, Fortnite is going to be in just about every school in the next year. You heard it here first. I am predicting it. So when it happens, I don't say that you didn't know or you didn't hear about it, because I truly believe Fortnite pulled a power play. They said, okay, we have a massive demographic that we can't get to because people are still looking at Fortnite like it's like a violent game. So how can we do that and still get the people in? And they said, oh, let's make a racing game and use Rocket League. Oh, everybody loves Rocket League. I mean, regardless of what's going on with the RLCS right now, but everybody loves Rocket League. Okay, let's do festival, right? I mean, it's almost like Guitar Hero or Rock Band. Everybody loved those games when those were out. Okay, cool, let's do that. Ooh, let's do Lego Fortnite. Since Minecraft and Roblox is such a big thing, let's get the thing that inspired them in the first place. Think about what that investment was like for Legos to partner with Fortnite, right? So now you have that. So now what's going to happen? Now you have all these other opportunities for people to be creative. I mean, I did it myself, and right, I had a community center who was like, we don't really want Fortnite in there, but then I put rocket racing in there and they loved it. And here's the kicker with all of that. No matter what it is, you still have to download Fortnite to do it. You have to download Fortnite to access rocket racing. You have to download Fortnite to access Lego Fortnite. You have to download Fortnite to access not Rock Band, Festival. I keep forgetting the name of it. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, give me 1 second. I will be right back. 1 second. Sorry about that, y'all. I am back. Had to take a phone call. All right, so where was I? Figuring stuff out. So yeah, I mean, there's going to be an opportunity here for people to, again, make a little bit of extra income, of all ages. Again, if you're a child and you're too young, have your parents sign up and let your parents control that creator account, so that this way you can, you can make a little bit of money that way, and this way, your parents are involved. Parents, again, if your kids are creative, there's no reason why you shouldn't do this. Again, I know people look at gaming like, oh, gaming is bad, gaming is the devil, or whatever the case, whatever it is that they're saying. But what better way to get them to express their creativity, right? I mean, yes, there's Legos and there's drawing, but you got they're gonna have to be on computers, right? It's inevitable, right? I mean, look at it. They're getting rid of everything else. They're getting rid of hardware. They're getting rid of CDs and DVDs, and everything's going digital. They're artificial intelligence. Computers are going to be part, if not already, everyday life. So if you want to do it and you do it in a controlled environment, I totally agree 100% that you shouldn't just stick a tablet or a computer in front of a child and just let them roam on their own. But I feel like, if you do it in a controlled way, which is, again, everything that we preach here at Alpha Esports and Technology, if you do it in a controlled way, you do it in an organized way, you can gain, there's a lot of positive outcomes that can come from it. Again, it's not me. I'm not just saying it. Pew Research has done their own homework and saw and have determined that it when done the right way, gaming and stuff can help with their cognitive abilities, can help teach critical thinking, can help problem solving, help teamwork, communication. These are all things that they're going to need in the future. So, so 1.5 billion. Just think about that, right? Disney's not in the business of just spending money for no reason. If they negotiated and agreed to 1.5 billion, they probably are looking at it from a standpoint of, they'll probably triple that by the end of whatever that contract is. So it's just something to consider, right? And I'm right there with you. I have 2 kids of my own, and I'm highly encouraging it, right? I'm not just saying that just because of the center. I was trying to figure out ways to bring out through creativity. And again, even with my son, who's super artistic, and can draw his behind off, we took him to see a lot of animators over, like I said, DreamHack and Atlanta Comic-Con. And the first thing that they said was, get on a computer and learn how to do that artwork digitally, because that's what the studios are doing. So, and these are people who, I mean, these aren't just regular people. These are people who have done comics and graphics and things for some of the biggest companies, probably in that Disney graphic that we just showed you earlier. So, anyway, so we're going to figure that out. We're going to figure out Fortnite Creative. We're going to figure out how to be better streamers for our viewers. One thing that I am constantly working on is trying to develop more tech and cybersecurity related content behind. Let me get this off screen now. To get more tech and cybersecurity content out here for our tech and cybersecurity folks and put it out. We were supposed to do our intro to ethical hacking workshop this Saturday, but we had to reschedule that And we are working with our partners to come up with a new date. I will be teaching that class. And what I'm trying to do is create a hybrid environment where we can have people here at the center, but also people online. We're also reaching out to some cybersecurity organizations or training organizations who are looking to get some training for their members. So we want to be able to deliver that to as many people. So that's what we're working on right now. What else? For our Smash Brothers folks, we are hosting another Smash Brothers tournament this weekend. We will start again going back into figuring out this whole streaming thing. We will start streaming those tournaments very soon. We'll also be doing some streams for some other games. So if you like games like Mario Kart, if you like games obviously like Fortnite, you like games like Apex, League of Legends, Overwatch, we'll be streaming those as well. So I'm going to wrap up because I have a class coming in before we close up shop for tonight. But I'll thank y'all for rocking out with us. Again, we're going to continue to figure this stuff out. I'll probably be back on stream tomorrow, actually starting to mess around with Fortnite Creative and figuring it out. So y'all have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, rocking with us here. I'm gonna finish up and try to get some sleep. Again, if you like what you see here, if you want to follow what's going on with this journey and help figure it out with us, you can follow, you can subscribe, you can follow us on social media. So we have them all up here now. So if you look, we have Alpha Esport Tech on Twitter, Alpha Esports Tech on Instagram. That's also Alpha Esports Tech on TikTok. I just didn't have time to put up the TikTok logo. And if you want to watch the stream, we are Alpha Esports Tech on YouTube and Twitch. Again, shout out to everybody who is watching us on whatever platform you're watching. So that's Facebook, Trovo, YouTube, Twitch. And we're looking forward to bringing more streams to you wherever you're watching. If you want to support the stream, you have that QR code right there to buy us a coffee. It's as little as $5. It really does go to coffee or energy drinks, which aren't really good for you, but trying to get the most out of what we can to make sure we can be the best. We can provide the best services and content for y'all. But again, I love y'all. Appreciate the support. Y'all take it easy, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Come off camera.